6 miles to go. Question 1. Why is Jim's demonstration with the Jawbreaker important to the plot? It shows the narrator that many scientific concepts are not complicated. It allows the narrator to experience a moment of understanding. It encourages the narrator to develop his own scientific theory about protons. It gives the narrator an opportunity to help Jim with one of his projects. Question 2. Read the dictionary entry below. Digest. Definition 1. To convert food into absorbable form. 2. To think over in order to absorb. 3. To arrange in a methodical order. Classify. 4. To reduce to a summary. Which definition most closely matches the way the word digest is used in paragraph 28? Question 3. Read the sentence from paragraph 4. And he would explain it to me, and though I couldn't really understand, still I would feel something, a cool fizzing behind my ears, because I was feeding off his astonishment. The sensory language in this sentence highlights the narrator's optimism, confusion, excitement, discomfort. Question 4. What does the simile in paragraph 3 suggest about Jim? He wishes he knew someone who shared his passion. He approaches his work with intense focus. He is interested in both science and sports. He usually makes up experiments as they occur to him. Question 5. The setting is important to the plot because it is where the narrator realizes he is good at scientific investigation, can study with minimal interruptions, has interesting discussions with Jim, works with Jim to solve problems. Why is the setting important? A hard rain. Question 6. The playwright uses the sounds of rain and thunder throughout the play mainly to inform the audience about the progress of the storm, give the characters a topic to discuss while they are waiting, help the audience understand the characters' changing relationship, hint at how the characters will resolve their conflict. Question 7. The stage directions and dialogue in paragraph 35 indicate that Erica thinks Dad will try to call her cell phone again, realize she is not being supportive of Reggie, knows that Reggie will help her if she asks, decides she should remain inside the cabin. Question 8. What does deviated mean in paragraph 13? Originated, returned, strayed, recovered. Question 9. Erica's responses in scene 1 are important because they show how she handles criticism from others, that she has a friendly relationship with Reggie, how she reacts to difficult circumstances, that she feels responsible for taking care of Reggie. Question 10. Why does the playwright include the stage directions at the beginning of scene 1? To show how the setting has caused a conflict for the characters. To describe what time of day the characters arrived at the cabin. To provide background information about the relationship between the characters. To foreshadow the characters' actions later in the play. Car talk. Needed. Read this sentence from paragraph 5. In the car, I was a captive audience. The author uses this sentence to explain how her driving lessons made her feel helpless, gave her father the chance to speak, became deeply interesting to her, allowed her father to display his skills. Question 12. What is the best summary of this selection? A. The author had her driving permit for a whole year without learning how to drive well. Since her mother was unable to teach her, the task was given to her father. While driving with her father, the author learned about what type of music he liked and how he and her mother met. B. The author finally took the time to listen to her father's stories about his life when he was young. Doing so made her realize that many things in her life were distracting her from having a close relationship with him. C. The author's usually silent father tried to teach her how to drive. During the driving lessons, he surprised her by talking freely. As the author learned more about her father, she realized that she needed to make an effort to develop a better relationship with him. D. The author wanted to learn to drive, and her father began to teach her. As the driving lessons continued, she got used to his personal stories and began to like them. The author's driving skills eventually improved. What is the best summary of the entire story? Question 13. Use needed in the poem to answer questions 13 through 15. Question 13. What chore do the father and daughter perform in the poem? Are they baling hay, clearing snow, exercising cattle, or feeding livestock? Question 14. The imagery in stanzas 3 and 4 suggests that Dad is not confident about Brandy's ability to drive. Brandy is unable to see because of the dust. Dad is in a hurry to finish the task. Brandy is keenly aware of her surroundings. What do the imageries suggest? Question 15. The abrupt dialogue in the poem helps convey the idea that the characters are enjoying the morning, focused on their work, cold and uncomfortable, worried about their safety. What does the dialogue in the poem help show the characters? Use the story Car Talk and the poem Needed to answer questions 16 through 18. Which of these best describes what the author of Car Talk and Brandy in Needed gained from the experience of driving? What do they both gain from driving? Both gain a deeper understanding of their own abilities. Both gain a deeper understanding of family members. The author of Car Talk becomes a skilled driver, while Brandy from the poem learns how to farm. The author of Car Talk gets to know her father, while Brandy from the poem gets to help her family. How does the author of Car Talk differ from Brandy in Needed? The author of Car Talk wants to master a skill, while Brandy takes on a new responsibility. The author of Car Talk thinks driving is scary, while Brandy thinks driving is fun. The author of Car Talk is easily distracted, while Brandy pays attention while she drives. The author of Car Talk does what she wants to do, while Brandy does what her father tells her to do. How do they both differ? How are they different? Question 18. Read line 7 from the poem. I'm only 12, but I get to drive. Which excerpt from Car Talk best matches the feeling expressed by the speaker in line 7 of the poem? A. We got into the car that first time. B. Dad and I drove around, saying almost nothing. C. That now aging permit first found its way into my eager hands. D. A small plastic card verifying my right to drive. Which one shows the same excitement? The end.